Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing some things that I noticed in Don't Hook Me, I'm Scared. But first I recommend you go watch this channel. His name will be on the screen right now, and then come back and watch this video, and let's get started. So the first thing I started to notice was that there was a continuation of shapes like red triangles and blue circles. So I didn't know if they were important, but I just wanted to mention them and see, but later on they continued to appear, so I'll show you them later on. I also noticed that behind the duck, when he was talking about the orange during the song, the magnets on the fridge spelt die. So I'm just reminding you of this picture of the clown because surprisingly it appears about 3 times during the whole series. I also seen a comment saying if you play episode 1 and episode 6 at the same time, the oil appears exactly the same time. This was also mentioned in the video I recommended, but the green letters on the fridge spell eat, which I think predicts what happens in episode 5. Try to remember some of the things in this image, as sometimes they will change throughout the episode. For example, this image is on the wall in the top left corner, but when it goes to the closing scene, it is replaced with this photo that the clock uses to represent the future. In this image, if you look at the poster behind the woman, it says wanted, dead or alive, with a picture of Yellow Guy, and the number is very special, so please remember it, it appears a lot of times. This was Roy's, or Yellow Guy's, dad's first appearance in the whole series. As I was saying before, the picture changes during the episode. So as we can see, the frame has already changed and there is also an eye on the ground. Just remember this eye because it appears in a later episode. If you're wondering where the eye came from, it's Duck's eye because when time tries to scare them with the future. An image on the tree behind Red Guy is a picture of the 3 main characters saying missing. This appears in almost every single episode. When Yellow Guy is worshipping his god Malcolm, we can see his dad, the notebook, the clock, Red Guy and Duck behind him. This small creature pops out of the egg that Red Guy and Green Guy gave to Yellow Guy and says father to Yellow Guy. This just makes me think that Yellow Guy is actually a chicken. In this image we see books on the top shelf, and for some reason all the symbols are matching with the theme of each episode. In this image we can also see the yellow square appearing again. On the milk carton Yellow Guy is drinking from, we can see the missing poster again. On the fireplace behind Yellow Guy we can see a statue of Malcolm the god in the previous episode. Behind the globe we can see a sticky note that says Roy's name on it and a series of numbers. We can also see similar flowers to the episode prior. The 3 main characters go to Computerland and Red Guy gets really frustrated and realises that he's not in the real world. We can see the poster from episode 1 of the clown on the wall outside of one of the doors. In the right corner, barely visible, we can see Roy standing in the dark corner. We also see 3 shapes on the computer screen. Unfortunately, only one of them matches the 3 that I've seen prior. The second image that appears on the fridge predicts the future, as Duck is dead and Red Guy is outside the window, and he also appears outside the window in the room filled with organs. Duck's eye that was in episode 2 on the floor beside the television is appearing now in this spaghetti bolognese in episode 5. On the right side of this image we can see a can with green 4 on top, which is similar to Duck's 4. It also appears to be eating him in the next scene. In this image there seems to be Red Guy's head in a microwave of some sort. There was also a note saying help. Maybe it was Duck realising he wasn't in the real world. When Duck gets frustrated and hits the camera, if you pause at the right moment you can see Roy looking over the set. When the camera lands we can also see Red Guy's legs. I'm sure everybody noticed this one, but we can later see the same can except it has Duck's face on it in the microwave. We seem to have the same can again, except this time it's eaten Duck. My theory is that It's a metaphor for filling up the can, and later on, the yellow guy ends up eating him. If you pause at the right moment, you can see the expiration date on the can. It is the exact same number as the one on the wanted sign, and it later appears in episode 6. And here we can just see yellow guy with 6 empty cans of duck. When yellow guy is taken down the dream corridor, we see a lot of recent characters. We can also see red guy on the wall, and we can see Roy in his head watching what's going on in his dream. Clown picture from episode 1 appears again, and we can also see Malcolm in the bottom right corner, and we can see a picture of Duck in the bottom right corner. In this image there is a lot of things going on, but most of the stuff is Easter eggs from recent episodes. We can see Malcolm the God, and we can see the tree that showed the story of Michael in episode 3. We can also see the door from episode 4. That rhymes, cool. But it's from episode 4 of the computer world. The picnic in the last image is a picnic from episode 2 about love. On the left side of this image there is a machine. It also appeared in episode 4 about computers, as we can see here. The last few things I seen in this image was Roy in the telephone box and the missing poster on the tree. In this image you can just about see Roy's head in the top left corner in the window. Number 1906 appears on the machine at the end of number 6.